It's a cloudy Tuesday morning on the New England Central, where we see CN M323 in the yard, getting ready to depart on its way back to Montreal, Quebec. On Elm Street, we are positioned at the south end of New England Central's St. Albans Yard, where we take a look at the motive power positioned at the shops, with power stored on the left and power for tonight's 323 on the right. We also see New England Central 417, a former FEC GP40-2, which was recently brought up from Palmer. Looking into the yard, we see New England Central 501, the St. Albans switcher, organizing cars for tonight's southbound. Today's 501 has New England Central 1750 for power, which is a former Georgia Southwestern SD9M that was originally built for the Duluth, Mesabi and Iron Range as a standard SD9. Still going strong as of today, serving out its last days before receiving the torch treatment. Once tied onto the cut of cars, we see 501 with 1750 running hard, pulling the cut of cars out and ahead of the yard, where the cut of cars will be split up and organized onto different tracks. From the south side of Elm Street, it's round 2, with 1750 pulling the rest of the cut back ahead of the switch, this time to spot 5 high-cube boxcars on a separate track. As 501 shoved back into the yard, we see New England Central 500, also known as the Chip Train, heading through St. Albans bound for Swanton. After New England Central 500, we turned back towards the shops, where we see shop crews moving New England Central 3478, which will lead tonight's 323 to Brattleboro. In Swanton, we are positioned just south of where the chip train gets loaded. But at this time of day, we watch as New England Central 500 shoves up the branch, with 4044 on the rear. once the train was tied down and spotted, we see New England Central 500 head engines light back to St. Albans, where they'll tie down the power and mark off for the day. As New England Central 500 heads back to St. Albans, we head south to Rutland, where we find Green Mountain Train 264 in Rutland Yard limits, which had to make way for Vermont Rail System BDRD, coming into the yard from Burlington, preparing to spot the train and tie down for the night. As BDRD heads into the yard, that'll conclude our day in Vermont. And as always from the Weathered Rails, thanks for watching.